How is the life of veterans in your homeland today? Are they living in better conditions because of the help from society and the governments in Vietnam? We now that the country has gone through many difficult wars, leaving deep mark in history. This war created many veterans, people who sacrifice their young health and even their life to protect the country. The veterans came from different military forces across the country, from the north to the south. However, only the veterans who served in the Communist Party of Vietnam's military received support from the government. Even though these veterans also face many difficulties in their daily life. The reason why many veterans live in poverty, despite their big contribution to the country, are many. One of the important reasons is the lack of full attention from the government. Even though the Vietnamese government has created many policies to support veterans, it seems like these policies are not effective at all. If you read Vietnamese laws, you will see that the government has many programs to help veterans at providing a safety to prosthetic and royal plantation equipment for those injured a war, giving free or reduced land use fees when veterans or give land or change land use to restore the stolen. Priority for job training, job creation, and labor is poor for veterans or working age. However, there are still problems with transparency and fairness when these policies are put into action. In Vietnam, the legal and political system still has some issues in making sure all veterans benefit from the support policies. There are cases where the government makes the policies, but local implementation is difficult. For example, in 2017, a local government in the South gave hundreds of millions given to veterans for 30 years without returning them. This caused many veterans to lose the benefit attached to this matter, creating controversy and frustration. Although the local government gave reason for this, the problem wasn't fully resolved. If you search for information in the Vietnamese media, you will find many articles about the difficult life of veterans. While a story about state support, many poor veterans only receive help from charity or volunteers. For example, the Medicine Worker Organization, along with Mrs. Roy McPaul, who have played the violin under the Sơn Mỹ Memorial for 60 years during the commemoration of the Sơn Mỹ Massacre in 1969 worked with the Quảng Ngãi Veterans Association to buy 10 houses for poor veterans. This is a great effort by non-governmental organizations and volunteers, but it's right. The result is the government support enough to ensure a good life for veterans. Additionally, many veterans have to rely on themselves to overcome the hardships. They depend on their remaining health or help from the community to improve their financial situation. There is very little information or article that mention the government directly giving free house, helping veterans with medical treatment, or supporting their family's economic development. However, it's true that the Vietnamese government has some financial support policy, like giving low interest loans from the bank, which help reduce poverty among veterans. According to reports from some political social organizations, many veterans associations have received help in organizing training sessions, transferring technology, and teaching veterans how to use law effectively. This has helped them develop their economy and improve their living standards. On examples, in a 2004 article in the Tuổi newspaper, clouding Communist Party General Secretary Nông Đức Mạnh, who said that the poverty rate among veterans across Vietnam was reduced to only 5%. But by 2004, many veterans still rely on help from individual and charitable organizations to survive. Making this statement needs more review. Why the poverty rate many hard drop? The reality is that many veterans still fight hardships, showing that stronger governments support is needed. A personal example from my family is my grandmother, who served in the Viet Cong Army and was awarded the third-class resistant medal. Even though she gave a lot to the country, when she ran out and became ill, my family had to take care of all the medical expenses without receiving any help from the government. My grandmother didn't join the local veterans association, so there wasn't organizations to help her. This is not an isolated case. In fact, many veterans in Vietnam face similar situations. An article in the Công an Nhân dân newspaper titled Resolving Policy for Those with Merit, the voice from the fire. In the role also mentioned that many veterans did not receive support because they lacked documents proving their military service. For example, my great-grandfather died from war woes, but my family could not receive any support from the government because we didn't hear enough proof that he was a veteran. Besides financial difficulty, many different also face serious mental health challenges such as PTSD. Those who fought in the battle, especially in Cambodia, return with psychological trauma that make it hard for them to return to normal life. Many families with veterans suffering from PTSD have had to send their loved ones to mental hospitals for treatment. I have personally heard many stories about veterans returning from Cambodia with severe mental problems, but unfortunately, very few articles or studies in Vietnam talk about the issue. The reality might surprise many people, as Vietnam and the war nearly half a century ago. Meanwhile, in Ukraine, a country still at war, there have been many efforts to help veterans deal with mental health problems. However, in Vietnam, there seem to be few studies or specific policy addressing this issue. I have not found any official studies on the life of veterans in Vietnam, and this issue needs to be studied carefully to come up with real solutions to help them. If you are a veteran but did not serve in the Communist Party of Vietnam, it is very likely that you will not be fully recognized as support like veteran of the Communist Party of Vietnam. There may be a few small charity organizations that help, but this is a sad reality for many people who fought for the country but are not part of the government recognized forces. Although many veterans who serve in the Communist Party of Vietnam still receive government support, even though the support might not be enough or comprehensive, at least they have a certain protection network. On the other hand, those who serve in other forces, like the Front Army, the State of Vietnam, the Autonomous Republic of Cochinchina, the Republic of Vietnam, the Non-Autonomous Zone, the Cao Dai Army, the Hoa Hao Army, and many other military organizations do not receive any support from the current Vietnamese government. The main problem that caused this situation is that veterans who serve in military forces led by the Communist Party of Vietnam are not officially recognized as a veterans by the state. According to Article 2 of the 2RR5 Ordinance on Veterans and the Vietnam Veterans Association, to be considered a legal veteran and receive benefit, a person must meet many conditions, but most importantly, they must have been officers or soldiers in army forces organized by the Communist Party of Vietnam before the August Revolution in 1945 or in later wars led by the party. This means that those who fought in other military forces, even in wars against foreign invaders, are not considered veterans under the current regulations. Not being recognized means that these veterans do not have the right to receive government support. As a result, they have to take care of their life and their family on their own. They do not receive medical support, living allowance, or house support like veterans who serve in the People's Army of Vietnam. This makes them easily forgotten by society, without a voice and without attention from official organizations, especially those who were injured in the war fight event bigger difficulties. For example, in Manhattan, there is a veteran who served in the Republic of Vietnam. He lost both legs in the war, but even though he's nearly 70 years old, he still has to work hard every day to survive, without much help from the government. In reality, very few articles or programs from the Vietnamese government talk about the difficult life of veterans who serve in forces outside the Communist Party. Their story often only appear in reports or documents from independent organizations and individuals. For example, a few years ago, there was a program to honor and support disabled veterans of the Republic of Vietnam. This program provides many benefits to those who fought, helping them receive medical care and support. However, according to sources like VOA Vietnamese, SBTN official, and BBC Vietnamese, this program was later blocked by the government, and the name and format had to be changed to continue helping these old soldiers. This clearly shows that efforts to help veterans who did not serve the Communist Party not only lack resources but also face many barriers. If you know Vietnamese and follow independent news sources, you will see many stories about veterans of the Republic of Vietnam who live in difficult conditions, with illnesses relying on support from individual and independent organizations. According to Radio Free Asia, many veterans of the Republic of Vietnam have received help from individual and charitable organizations, including medical care and essential supplies over the years. These charitable organizations, many of which are led by individuals and groups abroad, have continuously tried to help these old soldiers who can no longer take care of themselves. Besides the veterans of the Republic of Vietnam, there is another group of veterans who are almost completely forgotten. They are the people whose seeking border. The front army or other military forces relied to the front. Because of the historical context and change in power after the war, these veterans seem to have been pushed into obscurity. I personally have never seen a report, video, or document from any government or independent organization that mention helping or recognizing the contribution of these people. If the veterans are still alive, they are probably living in very difficult conditions, much like many elderly people in Vietnam. I have never made any observation correctly, but from what I have observed, based on personal stories shared through unofficial sources, many of these veterans have to find ways to survive on their own in very hard conditions. They must do low-paying jobs like selling lottery tickets, working on recruiting roles, collecting scrap, or even begging to survive. Unfortunately, to this day, I have not found any official study about the living conditions of veterans who did not serve the Communist Party of Vietnam. The research of this topic is still very rare. If not, no exhausted, there needs to be more research and official advice from both the government and non-governmental organizations to better understand the living conditions of veterans outside the Communist Party. At the same time, they saw people see to recognize and support all veterans who contribute to the country. However, from personal story and official sources, an independent article, it's clear that these veterans are living in very difficult conditions and lack support. The question is, what can society do to help those who gave part of their life in the world, even if they were not part of the government-recognized forces? Thank you all for watching the video until the end. Through the stories we share, we can see that the lives of many veterans who did not share the Communist Party of Vietnam are still full of difficulties, not only in terms of material support, but also emotional support. Although these people fought in the war, they have not received the recognition or help they deserve from the current government. This shows the need for a change in how we recognize and support veterans who served the country in the past. I apologize for not having much evidence or specific results to support all the information shared because this topic has not been fully researched in Vietnam. However, from what I have observed, I learned from an official source. The living conditions of many veterans outside the Communist Party of Vietnam still need a lot of attention and improvement. Once again, thank you very much for watching this video until the end. If you find this content useful, please press the like button, share the video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so that we can continue discussing and raising awareness about important social issues like this. Finally, I want to call on you to take action. If you can, please donate to charitable and non-governmental organizations that are helping veterans and war victims in Vietnam and in your home country. Community help can make a big difference in the life of those who sacrifice so much for their country. Thank you and see you in the next video.